Thank you so much. It's so exciting to be in your energy. It just reminds me that all is well, and I forgot that until 5 minutes before I got here. My question is, I love your work, and I try and remember to practice it, and I'm in a relationship, and we can go south with each other so quickly.
Have we made our explanation too complicated? I've been studying your work since 1990. I'm trying really hard to remember your words, and so we want to give them to you in an easier to remember format. Get happy in any way you can. If you have to run away from home, do it. If you have to go to the beach every day, do it. Do anything that you can do to get happy. In most cases, it does not involve action, because in most cases, if you take action in your effort to get happy, some boom drops on you, like you get fired and then you don't have any money or something like that. Get happy in your mind. Find a way to make such peace with where you are that you allow your gap to close. That's what getting happy is. It's making peace with where you are, because if you make peace with where you are, this vortex that is spinning will suck you right into the perfection of all of it. Get happy. Simplistic, we know. That's why we write so many books. But then all of those books, you say, oh, there's so much to learn. Look at all of these pages. There's so much to learn. All of these emotions that I didn't even know that I had. And all of these laws, look at all of these laws, universal laws. What in the hell is vibration anyway? I don't understand. Ask and it is given. That's bullshit. I've been asking, where's my stuff? Where's my stuff? I've been asking, where's my stuff? So we give you all of the words and you say, way too many words, and we say, get happy, and you say, oh, too simplistic. And we say, really, all you got to do is just find a reason to feel good. In other words, that conversation we just had, that was better than the whole seminar put together. You laughed, you know it's true. There isn't anything that is written here that you didn't know the day you were born. We're just reminding you of it. You can tell every time you enter into a conversation that you know isn't going well for you. You can feel it. You can feel when you're defeating yourself. You can feel when you're bolstering yourself. You can feel when you're uplifting another. You can feel when you're deflating another. You know this stuff. You know this stuff. You have just, over time, lowered your standards about how you're willing to feel. You've gotten used to being ornery. You're not deliberate about feeling good because you don't understand the power of feeling good, you see. We're not talking about laughing hee-haw off the wall. We're talking about feeling interested in things. We're talking about waking up and being glad that you're awake and glad that you're alive and looking out across the landscape and wanting to see what's there. We're talking about seeing things and feeling interested in them. We're talking about having a conversation with someone across the table and devouring every word and loving the conversation that you're having. We're talking about looking into the eyes of children and babies and animals and lovers and feeling the fullness of who you are. We're talking about getting tuned in, tapped in, turned on, and seeing the world through the eyes of your total self rather than this fragmented one, you see. Just chill out. If people say, how are you? Say, irrelevant. How I are and have been is irrelevant. It's where I'm going that I want to talk about. And they'll say, well, where are you going? And you say, how much time do you have? Because you've got this escrow that you're eager to talk about. And if you talk about where you're going, and the people that you've been used to talking to aren't eager about where you're going or don't get it, they'll stop asking you. They'll stop coming to you and asking for information. But if you talk about where you are or how it's been, so, where are you going?
massawakening.com. So excited about it. And I'm going towards expansion. And I'm going towards...
What is Mass Awakening about?
Mass Awakening is about creating a bridge for people who think that this stuff is woo-woo and teaching them how they can open into their lives fully.
You have our deepest sympathy.
Do you mean that?
Well, only because when you make other people's connection your responsibility, or even your interest, when you try to teach people things that they are not ready for, in other words, mass awakening, it sounds good, but the reason that it is flawed is because you can't wake up for anyone else. You can only wake up for yourself. So if your website is about your awakening, and all of the details of your awakening, in other words, just be easy about what you're putting out there, because you, in your opening remarks to us, just now, you are wanting them to wake up, which means you are, in a way, implying that what they're doing isn't right, or what they're doing isn't awake. And they will defend their position, which will be contrast to you. The art of allowing says, this is what I'm doing, and then you just offer a vibration about it and let others come to it. That more or less is what a website is. You're just putting it out there. We just want you to tend to your own vibration and let law of attraction bring those to you who are looking for what you know. Jerry and Esther have just sort of had an experience with Wikipedia, where what was on it was so bogus about Esther, and so they tried to fix it, and somebody just put it right back the way it was, and so they tried to fix it again, and so they've been in this game, and Esther kept saying, you know, it's just going to get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, and this morning they got a phone call, and the people that they've been asking to fix it have been banned from Wikipedia. In other words, they can't even do anything on it anymore. And we were explaining that when you shine a spotlight on something that you do not want, it must get bigger. It must get bigger. It is law. So when people talk about healing, sometimes without meaning to, they shine a spotlight on the illness. That's all we're saying. There is not a thing in the world wrong with what you're doing, and we want the success that you want for you. We're just saying, make sure where your spotlight is shined. If you shine the spotlight on something you don't want, it will get bigger. It is law.
I just feel so much love for you. Thank you.
That was easy.